Hey everybody, and welcome to the Yoga by Candace YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a bodyweight posterior chain strengthening class. So go ahead and hop onto your mat and we'll get started. Okay, so let's start on our stomachs. To begin, we'll start in Sphinx pose. So bring your hands out in front, elbows underneath shoulders, press down to the forearms, lift up, and then imagine you are trying to drag yourself forward. So you're trying to like crawl forward, but don't actually crawl forward. You'll feel that extension through your spine. And then one at a time, you'll bend your right leg, followed by left, and put your chin up towards the ceiling as you do it. And go sort of slow motion here. And exhale, lower your body down. Take the hands out to the side, fingertips on the ground, elbows up. Breathe in and use mostly your strength. Your hands aren't really doing anything to lift your chest off the ground. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. Then from here, bring your forehead down to the ground, arms by your side. You're going to breathe in and squeeze your elbows, not your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another to lift your arms up and then out to the side and then up towards the front like you're making the letter Y, then lower your arms down. Lift the arms up, squeeze shoulder blades together, and lower the hands down. Peel the shoulders back away from you before you lift the arms up. Rotate and lower. Lift the arms up, squeeze shoulder blades together, and rotate. We have 3 more of these. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another, then lift and rotate. Breathe in and lift and rotate. 2 more. Lift up and rotate. Up and rotate. Last one. Front and back. Lift up. Rotate. Lift up and rotate. From here, take the elbows out to the side in 90 degrees. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Hands in line with your elbows. Breathe in, we're going to lift just the upper body, so including the arms, up off the mat, and then lower. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. So what we're doing is working the upper back, a little bit of the core, and opening up through the chest too, which is really helpful for improved posture. 2 more. And last one. Great. From here, stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Bend your right leg. Toes point down, heel goes up. You're going to lift your leg, your thigh, your knee, everything off the ground, and just pulse that heel up towards the ceiling. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Slowly lower down. And we'll bend the left leg. Toes point down, heel points up. And lift the thigh, the knee, the whole leg off the ground. And then we begin to pulse. Up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, roll over onto your side. Bend your knees, cradle your head in your arm. And then position your elbow right in the waist here. You're going to make a fist. Your fist is in line with your elbow, so not lower and not higher. making a fist, and then you're going to squeeze that fist as you externally rotate the arm to point the fist up towards the ceiling. Whew, this alone can get you. So find some resistance and begin to squeeze it back and hold it there just for a beat. So what we're doing here is strengthening the rotator cuff muscles, which help to position your shoulder better for improved posture and improved shoulder mobility. Now, if you're not feeling anything here, you could grab a yoga block if you wanted. You could grab a really light weight, like definitely under 5 pounds. But honestly, just body weight and using resistance can get just the right amount of activation. Last one. Great. Then lift this arm up towards the ceiling. You're going to lower it down so hand is in line with your shoulder. Now don't go too high, like in front of your face, and don't go too low, below the chest. Right in line with the shoulder. Again, find resistance across the top of the arm and push through that resistance to open up. Think about the shoulder blade going towards the spine as you lift that arm. Ooh, even after just one, I feel that. 2, 3. We're pushing against that resistance. 4, 5, 6. This is beginning to work the muscles in between the shoulder blade and the spine. 2 more. Again, if you're not really feeling this, you could use a yoga block or a really, really light weight if you wanted, but honestly, I feel it without those. Okay, release. All right, let's go up and over to the other side. Bend your knees, bring them in towards your body a bit. Squeeze your elbow in towards your waistline, and then rotate up. You may notice that one side has less mobility than the other. So if that's you, you really want to hold it at that end range just so you can begin to open up through the front a little bit and really activate the rotator cuff muscles. Keep squeezing the elbow in towards your waistline as you move your arm. Do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Reach the arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Spread the fingers and make the arm really strong so you can really find your resistance when you come out in front. Remember, not too high, not too low. Just straight out in line with the shoulder, and then work against that resistance. So lift all the way up and then begin to lower and lift all the way up, working against that resistance. And you may feel it right away, and that'll tell you that your shoulders really need this, your upper back really needs this. And you may not feel it right away, in which case that tells you that maybe your shoulders are pretty good. Okay, let's do 5 more. 5. Oh my gosh, I can tell you I really need this. 4. Remember, you want to feel the shoulder blade moving towards the spine as you lift up, because we're also working that shoulder mobility. And then last one here we go, lift up. Ooh, and then release. All right, come down onto your back, bend your knees. We're going to start by taking the feet slightly away from your pelvis so that when you lift your hips up, your knees are not directly underneath your ankles like back here, okay? So when you're in that position, you're working more of the hamstring muscles right here rather than the glutes. So stepping the feet slightly away from you so you can get into those hamstrings. You're going to press into the heels, tighten through your core, and then lift up. And we're just going to go down and up, maintaining the strength of the core as we move. Now, For some of you, you may be able to go super, super high with those hips, but don't. We just want full extension. So that's full extension. I'm not going way up here. We're just going up and down. We're looking for a good burn through those muscles. So if you feel it already, you could pause and then get back into it. If you're not feeling it already, maybe you go a little bit faster, but just be sure that your core is staying engaged as you move, because that's going to protect your low back. Okay, I'm beginning to feel this, but I'm going to push just a little bit more. We're finding just a little bit of discomfort, but definitely not going into like the realm of pain. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, step your feet back like an inch or two, and then test and see if when you lift up into bridge pose, do your knees come right over your ankles? If so, that's the good position, because that's going to get into the glute. So, just like before, we're not trying to hyperextend the hips. You're just going to full extension, but really do lift them all the way up to full extension. So, core is nice and strong, pelvic floor is lifted. You're going to press into those heels to lift up full extension, then go down halfway. Then lift back up full extension, go down all the way. So it's all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. Squeeze the glutes halfway down, all the way up, down. Keep your core strong and all the way up, down. Keep going. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. Keep going. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. Keep going. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. A little faster. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. This is a good song. Halfway down, all the way up, down. All the way up, halfway down, all the way up, down. And you're done. Whew. Okay, lift your legs up. Give them a little shake, shake, shake. And bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. And press your right foot into your left foot into your right foot. That's going to lift your knees up just the littlest bit. You're pressing into the middle of the outside edge of your foot. Again, core strong. And we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Just lift and tap your butt and then get right back up. Whew. All right, so if you're like me, you are definitely already feeling your glutes and your hamstrings kind of powered on. And this is really going to help if you're somebody with knee pain or low back pain, because it helps to position your pelvis better and it helps to create improved movement patterns. So if you're like a runner or a cycler, this is the support you need. All right, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Whew. Okay, for our last trick, we're going to come into a side plank of your choice and just hold it for 30 seconds. So option 1, your bottom knee is bent and you're like this. Option 2, you are staggered in your stance with your feet and you're like this. Option 3, your feet are stacked. That's going to be the hardest one of them all. Okay, so 30 seconds. We're going to go in 8 seconds. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, get up. So we're holding here. You're going to lift your hips as high as you can. Keep pushing the ground away actively. Breathe. We're 10 seconds in. 15 seconds. Keep your head in line with your spine. 20 seconds in. 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, we're going to take it over to the other side. Again, your choice of side plank. You can have that bottom leg bent You can stagger the feet. You can stack the feet. We're going to get going in 10 seconds. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. All right, so we're actively pushing the mat away, and your spine is nice and neutral. Your head is in line with your spine. We're 10 seconds in. Keep this top shoulder back too. Sometimes it wants to like round forward. Keep it stacked on top of the other shoulder. 20 seconds in. Keep lifting. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We did it! Yay. Okay, so this is a workout that you would do to help improve your posterior chain strength, all the muscles in the back of your body. And that's going to help to better support your posture, your movement patterns, hopefully decrease any pain you've got going on through your neck and shoulders, or maybe your low back or your knees. So thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon here on the Yoga by Candace YouTube channel.